We had a top of the table clash for you last time, and we've got another one today. Yes, hello, welcome into LIVE Sports. We have another episode of Glory Hunter here on Football Manager 22 here with Monaco. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. If you missed the last one, go and check out. We played against PSG and Leipzig. Two big games for us, and we've got two big wins today. The first up against Stade Rennais, who are top of League 1 at the moment in time. We also have a game in the Champions League group stage up against Liverpool. Two huge matches. Let's see how we get on. Since we last met, we have played just a handful of games. 4 games, 3 in the league, 1 in the Champions League, and they've all been victories. We beat Angers 5-1 after our draws with PSG and Leipzig. Niang, Tushmeni, Rodrigo, Quinton, Salah, the goals getting spread around the team very nicely indeed. We followed that up with a 3-1 victory over Lyon, 2 from Salah and 1 from Darwin. We then played up against Liverpool. It was quite a tough match, but we managed to get the victory. Salah scoring up against his old team, as did Niang, and then Salah scored 2 up against Auxerre. You'll have noticed Salah scored quite a lot of goals. The reason for that is he's been playing up front for us for the last month because Maronier had that injury and Quinton picked up an injury as well. So Salah has been our striker. Niang still playing off that right hand side, and that's still going to be the case today because Maronier and Quinton both are still not able to play. They're still not fully fit as of yet. Those results leave the two groups, the two leagues I suppose we're in, looking like this. We're currently joint top of our Champions League group stage. Group F we're in. Joint on points with Leipzig. We're both 4 points ahead of Liverpool. We'll see how we get on today in the second episode. We play Liverpool for the second time. If we win, then we're through to the next round, the knockout stages of the Champions League. That'd be pretty impressive. If we lose, there's a chance we could go into the Europa League, which maybe would be better. Maybe we could win the Europa League if we do that. But yeah, a win against Liverpool in the second game of today's episode gets us through. And if we look at our league table, it's a 3-horse race at this stage. Rennes yet to lose a game, as are PSG, but they've drawn 2 games. One against us, one against Metz. We've obviously drawn with PSG and lost to Marseille. Very frustratingly, they're all the way down in 7th position at this stage in the season. But yeah, there's a big gap between ourselves and Lyon, who are in 4th. And today, the first game we play on the Friday night, we play up against Rennes or Stade Rennais. If we get the victory, we go top of the table. If we don't, we stay in 3rd. Could be very, very important for the outcome of this season to get the victory today. PSG play later on in the weekend. They are playing on the Saturday. They play away to Auxerre, who are all the way down at the bottom. So you'd imagine they'll get the victory. So it's important that we get the win today. Let's show you the team for this one. So yes, Maroni is still not back to full fitness. Quinton injured. Ward-Prowse has been struggling for fitness as well recently. There's been a few injuries all around the team, which means this is the team we're going to use today. Cobbles in goal. Darwin and SerieA at the back. SerieA was a bit unhappy. He's not been playing much football, so we're going to give him the games we have the last couple. He's going to be the centre-back partnership alongside Darwin again. Going back to last season, that's what it was like. Felipe and Christensen either side of them, with Thielmann in front, Tushmeni and Antonelli filling out the midfield, Niang on the right, Rodrigo on the left, and Salah still filling in up front. He's got 8 goals now this season. Niang's got 11. They're going to have a wee bit of a competition between them, and seeing as they both compete for the same position normally, you know, it's quite interesting to see all these goals being scored. Maybe Salah should be our first choice striker. I mentioned at the start of the season we might have Salah up front and Maroni would be the backup. That was before we got another backup striker in Quinton, but maybe it makes sense just to keep Salah up there if he's scoring all these goals. So it's a tough match up against the league leaders away from home today. So let's see how we get on. Rennes will be playing in their red colours, and we'll be playing in our away kit, our 3rd kit technically, the kind of off-white one. And the first 25 minutes have been a bit boring. There's not been a highlight in it. You can see there's not really been many shots either. We'll give a little shout of encouragement and see if that changes anything. But we could be going into half-time without a highlight in the first half, which happens a little bit too frequently for my liking in Football Manager. I know sometimes there are some games that are a bit boring, like this one, But I don't. Look, there's been 8 shots. Surely one of them was highlight worthy, you know. But we've got to have time. It is still 0-0. It's time to dig in. I'll see what Thierry Henry, who's our assistant manager, I'll see what Henry wants to say. We'll see how we get on in this second half. And finally, a highlight is we're here in our slightly off-white colours, and we've lost the ball. And Barreiro play it in behind to Raymond. He's in behind the defence here. It's a good save from Cobble in the end. Tell you what, that was only their 3rd chance of the game, but nearly they go ahead, the league leaders, as De Vega swings the ball into the back post. It's headed, it's cleared off the line by Tushrameni there, and Raymond will collect. Can we win it back off him? We'll probably have another chance here, Rain, as Barreiro and Bornau, and it's the end of the highlight. So there you go, that's the answer to the question. No, there was not another chance, as we're going to demand some more from this team, and there's 25 minutes to go. We should probably make some changes. We've not had a shot in this second half. Salah not playing well. We'll bring on Paretta to play for him up front. Tushmeni can come off as well. We'll bring on Fabian in midfield. But this has not been a very good performance at all. But there is a highlight. 20 minutes to go. SerieA coming out from the back. Christensen will build out from the back here. Can we get a well-worked goal? Let's find out. Thielman, Antonelli, back to Paretta. And Niang's in behind the defence here. Can he get the ball into the middle? He finds Fabian, who hits it. And that's in at the front post. And the keeper should really do better than that. But we will take it. And Fabian gets himself a goal. What a wonderful move from us there. Building out from the back. And we quickly progress forward there. You can see centre-back's nowhere to be seen. So Fabian gets this ball. There's no one in front of him. It's a lovely finish into the near post. Keeper, as I say, should do better there. But we're not going to complain as we go top of the table if the result stays like this. And there's just 10 minutes to go. We need to make another change. Fresh legs in midfield or defence. Possibly bring on Diallo to play left back. I don't think he's played for us yet this year. Diallo, we signed him for a free. And he's not played. So he's going to get his first game today covering at left back. But there's a chance for Rennes here with 5 minutes to go. It would be heartbreaking if they manage to get themselves a late equaliser. But maybe, now we've got the ball back, we can go and get ourselves a second. As Felipe advances in the right. No, he loses the ball to Rashika. De Vega gets the ball and plays it forward into Raymond. He's in behind the defence here. Can he get round the goalkeeper? He tries. It's a great save and it's come off Darwin. And we've conceded an own goal with 5 minutes to go. Oh, how unlucky is that? That was a great save from the goalkeeper. It's just bounced off the back of Darwin. Oh, Darwin's been playing so well this season as well. Look at this here. Raymond. Great save from Cobble. It just bounces off Darwin. Goes into the goal. And we're back. Drawing with Rennes here as the time's ticking down. It looks like that's going to be the draw as Rodrigo's picked up a potential knee injury. And the game is going to finish. And it's going to be a 1-1 draw after conceding the horrendously unlucky own goal there. Darwin putting it into his own goal. I'll say you're unlucky because we deserved to win that game. We didn't deserve to concede an own goal like that. And that keeps us 3 points behind Rennes. PSG have a chance to go level on points with Rennes if they win their game against Auxerre tomorrow. And we'll see how long Rodrigo's out for. Just 3 to 5 days. That's not as bad as it could have been. 5 days' time we play up against Liverpool. So hopefully he's back for that one. That was disappointing indeed. What a chance that was to go top. I thought we'd done it, but conceding an own goal. Mohamed Salah has just said he's intending to retire at the end of the season. Now, that could be interesting, but I was hoping to sign him on for another year if he keeps playing the way he's been playing this season. So I'm going to ask him to reconsider his retirement and see what he says. We'll continue on and see on this Saturday morning if he replies or if he decides not to reply to me this early on. Salah has said he will consider my proposal and come back with a final decision in a couple of weeks. That is good to see. Let's hope he doesn't retire because I would like to sign him on for 1 more year. But if he does choose to retire, what a career he will have had. Well, here we are, ready for this second game of the episode up against Liverpool in the Champions League group stage, and our team is dropping like flies. Maroney is still struggling for some fitness, so he's not going to go on to the bench. Rodrigo is struggling for fitness as well. Quinton's still injured. Jensen's got himself injured. SerieA's got himself injured as well. Yeah, we don't have a very big squad to begin with. And now we've got about half a dozen injuries, which is also not useful at all. So we've had a little bit of rotation in the team, and it's looking very different, especially in the attacking bit of the field. Cobble stays in goal, and Darwin will play alongside Turk at centre back, Felipe and Christensen, the other two defenders. The back five fairly normal. Thielman, Tushmeni and Niassi in midfield. And the reason Niassi's in there is because we've pushed Antonelli to play up front, and Salah's playing on the left, and Niang is playing on the right. Again, Salah can play across all front three positions, so we're going to give him a game out on the left. I considered starting Paretta, and then Salah could come off the bench, but he's up against his old team as Salah, so hopefully he can do something special up against Liverpool. He did score the last time against them. Let's see if he can do it again. That's the positives of having Antonelli being so versatile. He can play defence, midfield or attack, and he's playing in attack today. So here we go, up against Liverpool. Liverpool wearing yellow today. If we get the victory, we are through to the knockout stages. If we lose, there's a chance we're in the Europa League, and Antonelli has scored within 3 minutes, proving why he's so good and so versatile and why he can still play up front, even though we normally play him in midfield. Felipe crosses the ball in, and Antonelli rises up above the defender, heads that one in, and we are ahead 1-0. First shot of the game, top of the group as it stands, and going into the knockout stages of the Champions League. Very early on to talk about that though, as Antonelli wins the ball back off Zuma, who's playing centre back for Liverpool. Niang with it now, over to Thielman. Felipe goes down that right hand side. Can he cross the ball in? He'll reach the byline. Back to Thielman. Into Tushmeni in midfield. Over to Niassi. Will he hit it? No, he passes it straight to Macampo. And now there's a chance here as Laycock, who's an English striker, thrashes that ball over the bar. And it's away for nothing. That was Liverpool's first shot of the game. And it was high, wide, and certainly not handsome as the ball was played long, but Alexander-Arnold intercepts it. And now Liverpool have a chance to come through the middle. They're playing a diamond in midfield, so they're very, very narrow. We can hopefully exploit in behind the fullbacks with our wingers. As Alexander-Arnold puts it into the middle and Nunez heads that one over. Liverpool getting themselves back into this game. Dest throws it into Nunez, and we're forcing them back the way as Nunez has had to drop very deep to get the ball there, but he switched to Alexander-Arnold. He goes down this right hand side, ball into the middle, in toward Laycock. Good challenge from Darwin. The ball comes back across, though it was blocked several times, and Wirtz manages to tuck that one in. I tell you, that was some last ditch defending there from our defenders. Unfortunately for us, the keeper was wrong footed, and Wirtz was able to knock that into an empty goal. Laycock has a chance there, but Darwin intercepts. Nunez hits it. Good defence there, but the goalkeeper went down as well. That was a good block from Felipe, but the keeper went down, as I say, to try and block the shot, even though it was blocked by the defender. That left an open goal for Wirtz to tuck it into, and it's back to 1-1 here as Liverpool drastically, frantically trying to keep their Champions League's hopes alive. They know if they lose today, then they are almost certainly out of the Champions League as it stands, even though actually when you look at the other results, Leipzig were drawing with Lokomotiv Moscow, but they are winning now. So if Liverpool lose, they are knocked out of the Champions League, and that's not something that they want to happen, as Niassi's giving the ball straight to Laycock here, and Wirtz has it back to Fabinho. And Menini, obviously we know how good he is after our time at Villarreal with him, and Brahim plays it back into Macampo, and Antonelli nearly wins the ball off him there as Alisson finds Zuma, and it's out toward Dest on this left hand side. And Menini, what's he going to do? He plays it back to Zuma. It's a nice slow patient build up here from Liverpool, but can we win the ball back off them? No. Wirtz plays the ball into Laycock, who's in behind the defence here. The keeper dives, and whoa, that was too narrow an angle. Went right across the face, a goal. No one was there to tuck it in, and luckily for us, the score stays 1-1 as we go to make some changes here. Niang looking dead on his feet out there, but we don't really have many players to bring on for him in that position. We'll bring on Paretta for Salah, and we'll bring on Llorente, I suppose, can play out there. He can cover a lot of positions, Llorente, so he's going to play there today. We've actually agreed to sell him. He was unhappy he wasn't playing. His contract ran out at the end of the year, so we're getting rid of him, and he is going to Juventus in the winter transfer window for a couple of £1 million. So good luck to him there. He's playing for us for the last half an hour today, and the time is ticked down, I should say, and it's finished 1-0. And that was a fairly boring game. A couple of chances in it, and then a lot of nothing. I'll say I'm not happy with the performance, which I'm not, because we should have won that game, especially with how well we did in the last game we played against Liverpool. a draw. That means Liverpool do still have a chance of getting through, and we do still have a chance of not getting through, but we know a victory against Lokomotiv Moscow the next time we play against them would be enough for us to get through, because that would put us in 11 points. And even if Liverpool beat both Leipzig and Lokomotiv, they would not get through. So we've left ourselves in a very, very strong position to get through the group stage of the Champions League and into the knockout rounds yet again. Remember, last year we got to the quarterfinals. Can we go one step further, two step further, even all the way and win it? Probably not, but never know. We might be able to, and that could be something to look forward to. But it looks like we're going to get through the group unless some catastrophic result happens up against Lokomotiv Moscow. So looking at the schedule, it looks like we're going to get through the Champions League group. So I'm probably not going to show you the rest of that. We'll already qualified. No, normally I show you one game against each of the teams in it, but there's no point. We're going to get through. So we'll come back probably at the start of January. There will be another cup game should we get through the 9th round around then, and the game against Metz. That'll give you a bit of an update of what's happened in these last 2 months. See the start of the window, if we're going to sell anyone, bring anyone in. And then we'll be able to push on into the important part, the second half of the season. Need to see if we can, do well in the Champions League, but also in Liga. And you can see we're 3 points off the top of the table at this stage. Ourselves, just those 3 points behind Rennes and PSG. That one defeat that was up against Marseille. The difference between us and those two other sides. So, that's a really annoying defeat. We shouldn't have lost to Marseille, but we did. And that's maybe going to cost us. Amazing to think already we're thinking that could be the result that costs us this season, but it might be the case. So we'll come back at the start of January for those couple of games. Probably will be through the Champions League, and you hopefully will be back at the top of League On by then. If you have enjoyed this one, please leave a like on the video. It really does help us out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until the next one, which will be at the start of January, see you then.